Hi everyone, this is Ingrid. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be sharing with you my stand on having sex with your partner on his first visit with you. Is it a good thing or not? Will it be his deciding factor to marry you? Will he fall in love with you if he gets what he wants? Those are just some of the questions that will be answered in this video. Okay, I'm gonna give you my two personal experiences on this matter. First is my experience with my first American ex-boyfriend, and second is my experience with my second boyfriend, who is now my husband. So my first boyfriend visited me in the Philippines for just like after more than a month of chatting. He's a nice guy and we spent a whole 1 week in Bohol. And take note, that time when we were together, he would plead me to make love with him. And that's almost every day and every night. But each time he would ask for it, I would always politely say, "I'm sorry, no, I can't. I'm preserving my virginity for my future husband, and I want it to be my gift for him." And his answer would also always, "Don't worry, I'm gonna be your husband and you're gonna be my wife. I'm gonna take you to Hawaii and I'll give you everything. I'm gonna make you happy." But the good thing is, he didn't force me to. He just begged. So that's how it was with my first boyfriend. But of course, we kissed. Now let's go to the first visit of my second boyfriend, who is now my husband. By the way, before he visited me for the first time, I told him that he cannot expect me to sleep with him. And I told him about my first boyfriend's experience with me, that I would only give my virginity to my future husband as I wanted to be my gift for him. And he said, "No worries, because my purpose of visiting you there is not for that matter, but to know you deeper in person, to see if we despise each other." Yes, his actual term was despise, meaning to say, to see if we would hate each other. We were chatting for 1 year and 8 months, by the way, before he came to visit me for the first time. And in that span of time, a lot of things had already happened that proved his sincerity towards me. So what he did when he was about to visit me in the Philippines is that he booked for 2 different hotels, one in Tacloban, where I lived that time, and one in Boracay, where we spent our vacation for 7 days. And you know what? He really remembered what I say, because the hotel rooms he booked for us actually had both 2 beds, so as to have 1 bed for him and another bed for me. So both of us were set not to be in bed together for his whole stay in the Philippines at the time. But I don't know. On our first night, the sparks from both of us were really strong. So we actually ended up sleeping together. But when we're kissing, maybe he noticed that I was carried out with my emotion. He was not hesitant to remind me of what we had agreed, and he said, "We don't want to be in a hurry. I can wait till we get married." And then the rest is a history. So what are the lessons we can learn from both of these experiences? Is it okay to have sex on your first meeting? The answer to that question actually depends on your own assessment with your relationship and your assessment with your partner on his sincerity towards you. Like for example, in my first boyfriend, did I give in? No, right? I was never tempted to give in. It's because I thought that our relationship was too young and I only had known him online for more than a month. Though he was a nice person in general, he's good looking and he's even younger than my husband. He was 32 that time and I was 27. But judging from the short time we had spent online, I felt like him being consistent on checking on me, texting me good morning every day, having a come-to-come conversation with me every day at the end of my day, and promising me for a better life in his country was just not good enough. I was still full of doubts. Even his quick decision to visit me in the Philippines in just like 5 days after our first conversation is kinda suspicious already. I actually consider it as a red flag. While on my second boyfriend, yes, I was tempted to give in and I didn't even know why. I just felt like it was a spiritual experience, like it's God's will, that it was meant to happen. And also, as I've said, that we were chatting for like 1 year and 8 months already before he came to visit me. And in that span of time, a lot of things had happened already that proved his sincerity. So that was it. So, what are the things that you have to consider before you give in or you have to make love with your LDR partner on his first visit with you? Number 1 is get to know him deeper first and his sincerity towards you. Number 2 is make sure that you are just the only one he is visiting and that you are just not an option. Number 3 is don't overlook red flags. If you think that what he's after is just your body, then it's all up to you. It's all up to you if that's what you also want. Number 4 is don't be desperate to give what he wants for the desire to win his heart, because having sex with him or making love with him is not a guarantee that he's gonna love you and that he's gonna marry you and bring you to his country. And lastly, number 5 is that know your values. Are you okay with having sex before marriage? And if you're still a virgin, how do you value your virginity? Do you consider it as a precious thing so that there will be no guilt feelings and you won't regret at the end? So that's all, guys. I hope that you really enjoyed and you learned something from this video. And if you do, please don't forget to like and subscribe this channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Bye!